you make all things new. You bring hope alive in our hearts and cause our spirits to be born again. Thank you for this new year, for all the potential it holds. Come and kindle in us a mighty flame, so that in our time, many will see the wonders of God and live forever to praise your glorious name. Amen. Notre Dame, pray for us. And now our band will play our national anthem.
Welcome, everybody, to the broadcast tonight of St. Viator versus the Notre Dame Dons here. We're in the Don Dome. I'm joined by Danny Berg. Danny, how you doing?
Oh, my goodness. That's all I got right now. This is absolutely insane. I haven't seen anything like this in a long time.
Yeah, this is well, you've only been here 1 year, Danny.
Oh, calm down. I said in a long time.
So, no, this is the most full I've ever seen this gym. The funny thing is I said that last week. But,
too.
You know, we have a very special night. It was the Wall of Fame induction. We inducted a team and 5 fellow former Dons. It's a great honor here. So we're about to tip off. You know, tale as old as time here. Notre Dame playing a very good ESCC opponent in their home. The student section right now is rocking. As, you know, St. Viator comes in today. I believe they're 12-4.
That sounds right.
Their 4 losses have been to very good teams as Andy wins the tip there. And, you know, the Dons are looking to come up with another big win on the season so far. They're 16-2. Their last win was against number 20 Fenwick. They're currently ranked 3 in the state. They're going off of the Chicago Sun-Times by Michael O'Brien as Bergstrom is in the corner.
See, now my question is, Do the Dons have a similar game plan as they did against Fenwick?
Yeah, well, Fenwick, last week was a lot of run and gun here as Anthony Sales cuts to the hoop and a great in and out in the paint by Anthony Sales. 2-0 Dons thus far. Very run and gun. It was super fast paced. They scored 25 points in the first quarter. Ended up scoring 58 in the entire game. I don't know, Danny. I mean, we're going to have to see what the tempo plays out. I don't think scoring 25 in the first was exactly the plan for Notre Dame against Fenwick. But, this Viator team is very good. They like to get in their sets very slow because they're moving the ball around. Great defense thus far by Notre Dame. I mean, that's what they're a marquee offensive powerhouse, but their defense has been just as spectacular this year. As the rebound will be picked up by Jimmy Murphy, number 2. Viator gets an easy score there. A little miscommunication leads to 2 points, 2-2 so far.
But still good defense, especially in the paint there.
Yeah. Well, those mistakes, I mean, those are tough ones to make, and, 2 points is costly. Every point's going to matter here, as this is a rivalry ESCC games. These games are always tough. Notre Dame won their bout last year at Viator. I believe they lost at home, though.
It's stolen.
As number 11, who is... I think it is, yes. Number 11, Connor Kuchera. That's the key guy to watch here from Viator. Been hearing a lot around school today, as that's who they're looking at the Dons to defend. And thus far, he's picked up 2 points and 2 assists thus far. As Troy D'Amico will draw a foul. The inbound will be taken on the sideline by the Dons. As this student section is rocking.
Oh, my goodness. Doubled in size for this game. And
yeah. No, they roped off a section for this game, and it's been, I'd say, about 95% filled. Great participation by the Dons as Louis Lesman has the ball, swing it over to Bergstrom. He gave it to Sales. Bergstrom was hot from 3 last week, or last game.
Yeah, but you notice how the Dons have been passing the ball around the perimeter.
Yeah.
Good to keep St. Viator confused, especially early in the game.
Well, they're running their sets. Viator will do the same as Jimmy Murphy will cut to the hole. As, a similar move to Anthony Sales earlier will be another 2 points for the Dons, 4-4, with about 5:40 to go in the first quarter. As Viator, Kuchera will shoot from 3, misses it. D'Amico comes down with a tough rebound. Number 35, that'll be a matchup to watch here. Michael Hune versus Troy D'Amico. That's a matchup to watch in the paint all night here. 2 beasts battling in the paint. As thus far, Notre Dame's 4 points has come amongst the trees in the paint by Anthony Sales and Jimmy Murphy here. As I think Viator watched tape of that Fenwick game extensively this Tuesday because ND was just clicking from the 3. A great pass by Bergstrom to
There's
D'Amico.
another one.
Another paint point, 6-4. 5:11 to go. Jimmy Murphy playing press defense on number 5, Owen Hickey. Viator's setting up the
look at it.
Offense here as Kuchera has the ball guarded by Anthony Sales. Hickey with a 3. He got that off pretty quickly. Back iron, rebound by Lesman. He's going to take it himself. As they try to push the pace there, Viator did a great job with some transition defense. Murphy with the ball now in the corner. Swings over to D'Amico. D'Amico had space for a second, fakes the 3, and once again, the Dons will hit the paint hard.
That was a great drive in there by D'Amico. And if you notice on the last drive in by St. Viator, defense continuing to make St. Viator pass the ball around the perimeter, not really giving them a chance to go for those 3s.
Yeah. Well, both teams thus far have done a very good job of the perimeter. The counter to that, though, is 8 points by Notre Dame, all 8 in the paint. We're going to take a quick break here. And we're back here as Viator will inbound. As the Dons are going to play a little press early to start. Lesman and Bergstrom were down low. Cutting is number 23 of Viator. Kuchera won't throw to him. Good defense by Jimmy Murphy there on the cut as Viator moving the ball around here.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, defending the perimeter, not letting him drive in too much.
As Cochera has the ball here on D'Amico. Bergstrom on Hickey. And that will just bounce around the rim. Bergstrom grabs the rebound. Quick touch pass to Lesman. Lesman one-on-one. Ooh! And a steal by number 3, Aiden Harrington. A great steal there to stop a Lesman fast break, which is very tough to do.
And it looked like Lesman lost a little bit of control of the ball there on his drive inwards. His feet moving a little too fast.
As foul on Viator. So you see the Viator game plan thus far. They're trying to hit the perimeter shots, but like you were saying, Danny, Notre Dame doing a fantastic job defending the 3. As it's 8-4 with 3:45 to go.
Yeah, unlike the Fenwick game on Tuesday, defensive game to start.
Murphy with the ball. Over to D'Amico. D'Amico likes to work outside in. He's going to cut around the rim. As Sales gives it to D'Amico, and D'Amico will miss the first, gets his own rebound and puts in the second, 10-4. All 10 points from the paint thus far.
Like you said, the trees are getting it done today.
Yes. As D'Amico, I believe, has 6 points.
Great start for D'Amico.
Great start for D'Amico. I mean, like we were saying, Viator is being super aggressive on the perimeter. It's allowing Notre Dame to get to the paint here as a double team by Lesman and Murphy. No foul call there. A little handwork as Cochera has it in the paint with Sales. Great defense by Sales. He'll picks it up himself. He's going to throw it over to D'Amico. He's going to have space here, and he's going to go in. 3 from Jason Bergstrom. Oh. I thought he'd still be hot after the last game, and he was hitting those with ease against Fenwick as his first shot is a miss. Aiden Harrington with the ball in the corner, defended by D'Amico.
And there they go around the perimeter again.
Well, they're finally, they haven't been given a lot of air here as they'll finally go to the paint with Lesman and D'Amico doubling. Great defense by Lesman. Tipped pass, picked up by Murphy. A great skip pass over to Sales. He'll drive in. Not good the first time, gets his own rebound. Second shot did not go as Viator finally grabs the rebound. It was a 4-against-2 battle. Sales and Bergstrom, which seemed against the whole team of Viator in the paint. As Cochera, their best player, getting a little heckled right now. Aggressive defense by Anthony Sales. As now Viator, they're trying to make some room. Notre Dame's being very aggressive with them on the man-to-man coverage. As wide open was Viator there. Number 5, Michael Campagna misses the shot there as D'Amico goes to the paint once again, tipped. It was hit out by Viator. Notre Dame ball. A little bit of a missed assignment there by Jimmy Murphy as he was in a miscommunication with Lesman between the paint and the perimeter. Allowed Michael Campagna open 3-point shot, but it was missed. 10-4 is our score. 1:50 to go in the first quarter.
And Frank Lynch, Mac Ross newly into the game for ND. D'Amico and I believe Murphy coming out.
This is Notre Dame's bigger lineup here. They have guys who are all over 6'4" on the court. I mean, Sales is listed as 6'2", but I think he's a little bit taller than that. I'll give him 6'3". As Bergstrom will drive it himself, and a charge called against Bergstrom. And that was another good example there of Viator really defending that 3, allowing Notre Dame to get to the paint, trying to put their 12th point of the game up, which would have been the 12th point in the paint. Only 1 3-point attempt thus far by Notre Dame.
It's going to be those drives in that are going to make them break the game today.
As Lynch will contest a 3-pointer by Viator. No good. Bergstrom with the rebound. Who gives it to Sales. He's going to run it up with Mac Ross. He'll give it back out to Bergstrom, over to Sales, and they'll set it up from the top of the key. Bergstrom in the mid-range. He'll take it. Just too much on it. Just hits the iron as Lesman will pick up the ball here at half court. Cochera with the ball. Sales on him. Cochera trying to find room. Great defense by Anthony Sales. As Campagna has the ball, guarded by Bergstrom. Number 23 who checked into the game. As Cochera will miss another shot there.
Student section seems to be getting to him.
Lesman fakes the pass to Ross. Gives it to Bergstrom. Sales will try a 3. Yes, sir! From downtown, Anthony Sales with their first 3-pointer of the game makes it 13-4. Notre Dame here. That was from the parking lot, Danny.
Wow. Great shot there by Sales. And then the passes around, especially from the pass from Bergstrom to him.
A double by Notre Dame. Number 23 in the paint against Mac Ross. Great defense by Ross, but it's out on Lesmond. Number 23, the only guy who's checked in thus far for St. Viator, Patrick Schumacher.
Got 23.2 seconds left to go in the first.
As Compagna looking for some options here. We'll get the ball back, guarded by Ross. Compagna has a bit of a height advantage here on Ross with 10 seconds left.
Looks like
it'll be his ball here. A screen switch gone by to D'Amico. Over to Kuchera in the corner. He's triple teamed, puts up a mid-range, misses another one, and no good, no good.
Wow, what a first quarter.
A great first quarter by Notre Dame, a great defensive first quarter as it's 13-4. And we're going to have Ryan Nelson and Ryan Dawkins take it over for the second quarter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Notre Dame Dons versus the St. Viator. I am here, Ryan Dalkin, alongside Ryan Nelson. Again, if you tuned in on our last broadcast, Ryan and Ryan, both of us, we are college freshmen, just coming in, visiting over our winter break. We're actually going back this weekend, but Viator starts with the ball over to Harrington, passes it over, takes it around up on top, over in the post, tries to get in. He's getting nothing, guarded heavily by Troy D'Amico. They're going to call it a jump ball, and that is Notre Dame's ball.
Good call right there. D'Amico, hand on the ball, freezes play, and doesn't grab the foul either. So nice job right there by D'Amico to shut down on some post offense from Viator.
D'Amico takes the ball up. Tries to do a post move there. Goes off the backboard and misses. Viator takes the ball back up. Deep pass, and it goes way over his head, out of bounds, Notre Dame ball.
I was talking earlier, and I think this may be the biggest student section I've seen for a Notre Dame basketball game throughout my 4 years and now my 5th year of broadcasting games for the media crew. Honestly, these guys dressed in black cover 2 full sections of this Notre Dame gym. It's really an impressive showing from the Notre Dame fans.
He takes the ball around. It's D'Amico. Over, back up top. Tries to drive it in. And they're going to call that a blocking foul.
Honestly, I thought I saw a travel right there by D'Amico, a little bit of a jump step, but you know what? Blocking foul on Viator, Notre Dame's not going to complain about that call.
And so it'll be Ross passing the ball out. Gets it over to D'Amico inside, makes the layup. And that's just been a big strategy for the Dons there, just going for that D'Amico down.
When you're down low at the post, you got 3 guys covering you for D'Amico, and you still put it up and in. Honestly, that's just an impressive play right there by D'Amico to kiss it off the glass and still knock down a shot, even guarded by so many Lions.
And so Viator takes it up top, passes it over to the corner, and it will be a blocking foul. Michael Compagna drew the foul there. Played baseball with his cousin, who goes to Notre Dame, Joey Compagna.
That's some in-depth stats that you can't find anywhere else here, folks.
No. And so takes the three, and he misses off the back of the backboard. Louis Lesman goes for the dunk, and he makes the dunk. And you could tell the bullpen was waiting for that to come. Everyone was on their toes.
If Louis Lesman did not slam that home, it would have been a dangerous sight in the bullpen because they were on edge with anticipation, waiting for that play to go down.
And a big tumble there, as that was Campagna driving in. And so a big substitution here. Lynch, Lesmond, and Ross get subbed out for Bergstrom, Sales, and Murphy. And so the freshman, Sonny Williams, stays in. And Campagno's there to pass it out. Deep pass. Gets it around. Tries to drive in. And he misses the layup. Gets the offensive rebound. And it looks like they're going to call a foul. It's a foul on Bergstrom.
I know Notre Dame's up by 13 points right now, but with those plays, you have Bergstrom, D'Amico down low. You got to grab the rebound right there. You know, the rebound was grabbed by number 20. Is that number 22 at the line right now? No.
That's 23, Michael Jordan.
He's the 6'2 senior right there, Patrick Schumacher. But you know what? When you're Troy and Bergstrom, you got the height advantage. You just got to grab the ball.
And he makes the free throw. That is the first point by St. Viator since the first 2 minutes of this game.
They have been missing shots from in deep. They've missing shots from inside. It really doesn't matter. This Notre Dame defense has done a great job of clamping down on their offense.
They've been trying to go for that perimeter game, getting those three-pointers, but they have been missing every time with the lockdown ND defense. As he misses the second free throw, Sales on the rebound. Takes his time bringing it up.
Coach Clancy's trying to call a play right now. See him almost making it all the way to half court before he takes a couple steps back and reloads.
So Sales, being the quarterback of this basketball team, takes the D'Amico. Back to Sales up top. He's got Bergstrom in the corner, up to Murphy. Strong defense here by Viator, not letting them get anything inside.
Yeah, Viator's got a 2-3 zone going on right here. It's done pretty well so far. It's really stopping Notre Dame from getting anything inside or any perimeter shots outside with guys like Sales and D'Amico and Lesman who can all shoot the ball as well.
And a missed three by Williams causes this play, as that was number 2, Owen Hickey, on the layup there. As Murphy takes it up quickly. Over to Sales, trying to set up another play. He's got Murphy. D'Amico double teamed here. Jimmy Murphy trying to do something. Pass is tipped. Over to D'Amico, goes for the three, and he misses off the backboard, but Sales tips it, gets the rebound for the three. Just off the top of the backboard, D'Amico tips it, and it will be a jump ball, and I believe that will be the Lions ball.
And after Viator has switched to this 2-3 zone defense, Notre Dame only has 2 points on them. The first 15 points, it was man-to-man defense for St. Viator, but now that they switched to that 2-3 zone, they're forcing Notre Dame outside into the perimeter shots, which they just not been knocking down. You saw Sonny Williams miss, you saw Sales miss right there. Notre Dame's got to get this 3-ball going if they want to really crack this 2-3 zone that Viator started to implement.
Williams gets subbed out. Louis Lesman comes in. So Notre Dame with a full court press. He's got Campagna driving in, guarded heavily by Murphy. And they try and set up a play. Over inside, back up to Campagna for the three. Just misses. As they're saying that went off of the line. That is Patrick Schumacher. And so it will be Lesman passing it out to Sales. Sales taking his time.
You know what? There's no need to rush right here. You're up by 10. You still got almost half the second quarter of the play. If you're Notre Dame, just get a good shot right here.
And so Lesman drives in. Tipped pass. That was Kochera with the pass. Campagna trying to drive up top. Wide open three. and he misses. Just off the back of the rim. Over up to Mac Ross, and he makes the layup.
Nice elevation right there when it came from Mac Ross. You know, it could be dangerous sometimes. You got the big man bearing down you, Owen Hickey, but Mac Ross, the 5'10 point guard, is able to get up there and elevate, knock it off the glass and in.
I'm jealous because I'm that height and I can't get up that high, so lucky him. And so it will be the Lions. Send it up, out of the corner, wide open three, and he misses. And so it'll be Mac Ross again, up to Murphy, over to Lesman. Anthony Sales driving, pass out to a wide open Mac Ross, and he drains a three.
Can you make that shot too, Ryan?
I don't know.
They take a little bit of practice, in my opinion.
If you give me 5 or 6 more seconds on that, I can maybe make that. This will be a pass off of Mac Ross. That would have been a great play if the pass was caught by Michael Heaney.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe Viator has made a three-point shot this game yet. And honestly, they've been taking a lot of shots, so it's not like they've had the opportunities. They just haven't converted on those opportunities that Notre Dame's defense been giving them.
They have been taking a lot of three-point shots. That was a mid-range jumper that was made by Connor Kochera. But as you said, they've been taking a lot of three-pointers, but they haven't made any of them. And so it will be Sales up to Ross. Over up to Murphy. Murphy with the teardropper just misses. And so the Lions will take it down, and he gets blocked. Ooh. They will call that a foul on Mac Ross. I don't know how I feel about that.
Student section wanted to be a clean block right there, but you know what? Even the slightest bit of contact, the referee is going to call it. It's a safe call for making it through the referee. You know, may not be the right call in every situation. I couldn't see it right there, but it's a safe call for the referee to call that a foul and give Viator 2 shots.
And so it will be Aiden Harrington. Makes the first free throw. And so it will be Frank Lynch coming in for Jimmy Murphy. So Harrington will take his second free throw attempt. He made the first one. And he makes the second. So it will be Mac Ross. He takes it up. Over to Lesman. He's got D'Amico trying to find the open man. Over to Lesman. Passes it out. Sales trying to find a man. And Dodger's looking to start something. Mac Ross trying to drive in. Over to Lynch on the outside three. Just misses as D'Amico tips that ball over to Lesman. He's got Sales for the open three. Off the backboard and in.
The bank is open on Friday nights here in the Don Dome.
Very funny. And so it will be the Lions trying to start something. Don's playing some pretty tight defense on them in the perimeter. We got Kochera trying to do something. Double teamed up top. Over tries to take the three. Doesn't. Over misses the three. And that is another missed three-pointer. Over to Lesman.
We'll call a charge.
Call that a charge.
Honestly, good job right there for the Lions player to get down low, set his feet. You know, he knew Lesman was going to go for something up high, and he just set his ground, and you know what? It's a good job right there to get possession back on their side and maybe momentum even, and shifting back to Viator.
Lesman almost looked like he was going to hop over the guy.
He's trying to pull a Zeke Elliott little hurdle right there. You know what? I want to talk about Notre Dame's offense really quick. You know, I mentioned the 2-3 zone and how it really stifled the Notre Dame offense. But as of late, I've been starting to see they've been cracking the code on the fly right here. They didn't need to take a timeout. They don't need a little break in action. They do it on the fly. This, honestly, one of the underrated talents. We're talking about the athleticism on the Notre Dame team, the smarts and the brains that these guys have as well. They find a way to crack the zone, moving guys around. Frank Lynch, Frank Lynch was open at least 5 different times inside the paint on that offensive possession right there. And if you find the ball down low, he can make those shots. And then you know what? They had guys in the corner, Sales, Lesman, Matt Ross, who are open to make those three-point shots when they can as well. Notre Dame's offense did a good job of adapting on the fly right here, and it's really shown in this scoreboard success, 25-11 right now.
And a strategy I've noticed with the ND offense was to try and get the ball, dish the ball around, get it to the outside corner, and then when you get it to the corner, that guy drives in, trying to draw 2 guys, and they pass it out to the perimeter for that open man and try and get that shot. It will be the Lions taking it up. Passes it around. They still haven't gotten it. And it will be a foul on Anthony Sales.
That puts Viator in the bonus, so they're going to shoot a 1-1 right here.
The NG bullpen is just relentless. So that will be Owen Hickey attempting the free throw. Good communication there. He makes the first. And he misses the second as Lesman gets the rebound over to Sales. Sales driving, Lesman wide open 3, and he will make that all day.
Anthony Sales was telling Lesman to slow down. You know, we have time, but Lesman did not want to have any of it. He passed it to Sales. We give it right back to him for the open 3.
So it will be the Lions setting it up. He's got Campagna up on top. Over to Schumacher. Over to Huni. Over to Campagna, passes it outside. And he misses the three-pointer. That is yet another three-pointer miss, as they will take him inside and makes the layup. That is Kochera. And a great recovery there by Campagna as he jumped into the ND bench and saved that ball.
That's a man who's going to put his body in the line for this team, and you know what? They need it at the moment is Sales directing traffic here.
We got Murphy over to Sales. Sales quarterback in the offense. He's got Lynch wide open, but he doesn't attempt the 3. A lot of screaming and communication between coaches and players. Murphy drains the 3. Buzzer beater.
You know what? I honestly don't know what they were trying to do on that play, but you know what? It works for 3 points for Notre Dame.
As long as you got points on the board, that's what matters.
Exactly. We'll be right back after a short little break here. Score at halftime, 31, Notre Dame 14 for the St. Viator Lions. You're listening to the ND Media Crew on YouTube Live.
Welcome back, everybody, to the third quarter of Notre Dame versus St. Viator. Matt McMaster. Oh, that was a burp. McMaster back at it with Ryan Nelson. Ryan, how you doing?
Not too bad, man. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal.
Well, I mean, the score of the game, I mean, how could you not?
Exactly. 31-14. It was made 31 by the buzzer beater by Jimmy Murphy to end the second quarter is the score of the game. A great amount of those points came from the paint. As Notre Dame will start with the ball here. You guys. As Notre Dame is moving the ball around the paint thus far. As Lesman wide open in the corner. Yes, sir. 34-14. Great start for the Dons here.
If I was that automatic from three-point range in Lesman, I would dominate any rec basketball league I joined.
34-14 is our score as Michael Campagna brings up the ball for Viator. He's guarded hardly by Jimmy Murphy as a double team on Kuchera by D'Amico and Sales. Murphy now on Campagna again. Campagna. Foul on Viator, a number 35. Illegal moving screen called as the Dons will have the ball back here. I mean, now we're at the point for Viator, you got to limit turnovers here. If you're down 20, you got to chip away this lead. Already running. Oh no, it's not run clock. I thought it was run clock.
You know what? You got to limit mistakes, and you got to limit missed shots.
Yeah.
There are so many shots from out deep that Viator is just not made when they should make them. Shots down low, they're just not making. They got to get these shots to fall if they really want to have a chance to come back in this game.
Great pass by Sales into Murphy. Bergstrom, jump step, gives it to Sales, who goes to the paint, hits a fake all the way to Louis. Louis, yes sir! Automatic.
He is something special.
I mean, another three by Louis Lesman makes it 37-14. As Viator brings up the ball, aggressive defense by Notre Dame as Kuchera cuts to the basket from the block. 37-16 as Lesman has the ball again. Feed the hot hand. And Sales gives it to D'Amico. He'll try a three of his own. Well, nope, won't go. As they were, they're trying to rekindle that fire they started against Fenwick here as number 35 against D'Amico. He'll spin in for the two. Number 35.
Michael Hune.
6'7" center out of Thomas Middle School. As Sales will take his time bringing up the ball. Hune on D'Amico. Hune. Great defense by Hune there on D'Amico as he misses that shot. Viator brings up the ball. Kuchera guarded by Bergstrom. Looking for the screen by Hune. Fakes it. Cuts to the middle. Good defense by Anthony Sales. As it will end up as a steal. D'Amico brings the ball up. He'll lob it to Anthony. Oh! Just missed. As Troy will get his own shot back and draw the foul for two shots.
I would be scared for anyone in the Notre Dame student section if that dunk went down.
Yeah. I mean, bones were about to break there. And Sales, was so close to another highlight play on the season.
Not that he has enough of those already.
No, it's unregular here to come without a dunk or an alley-oop from either Lesman, D'Amico, or Sales. Three are both. All three of them are phenomenal athletes. All can dunk.
You saw Mac Ross almost got up there too.
Yeah. Like we said before, everyone's athletes on this team. As D'Amico misses the first, he'll try his second here. And D'Amico misses both. 37-18 after both missed free throws by D'Amico. Lesman playing, everyone on this team is playing tough defense on man. Screen opens up, number 3 for Viator. As Kuchera gets the ball, he's guarded by Sales. Kuchera cuts to the middle, great help defense by D'Amico, causes the block, behind the back pass to Sales. He's double teamed in the corner, he'll send it back out to D'Amico. As D'Amico will go to work. And it's intercepted by Campagna. 3-on-1 here by Viator, and they'll miss it. Great defense by Les Mendez. And one by Kuchera. Aiden Harrington pushing the pace there and causes Kuchera to draw the foul. There's two shots coming up for Viator. Two shots that they need to make here.
Cochera started off really slow. He had that air ball early on.
Yeah.
Got the Dons crowd on him early. He just missed a couple shots in a row, but as of late in the second quarter and early on in the third quarter, he started to push the ball really well. He's starting to shoot it pretty well, and now he's got a chance at a three-point play.
Three-point play here for Cochera. Wow, it's loud. As Cochera makes it. 37-21 is our score. Murphy will bring up the ball for the Dons. There's Murphy. Cutting towards the middle. Buying some time. He's going to hand it off to Sales. Sales cuts between two defenders, goes down the paint, and it's a... What is that? I don't
The
know.
hand motion right there.
I don't know what that was. It was against the offense on the ground. So Murphy will inbound from the baseline. Look for the quick lob to Lesman, and there it is. 39-21 is our score.
There is no moment where you can rest if you are the defense for the Lions. You know, this team, they like to move quick. If you're Notre Dame, to move it quick, and you can move it quick. And you have guys like Lesman down low who can get those nice little floaters.
It was a great read by Murphy. He sent it off real quick, allowing the Lesman to go over Cochera and lay it in. As the Dons are in the timeout. So, Nelson, if you're the St. Viator's coach right now, what do you think you're telling your team?
You got to clamp down on defense. They started with the 2-3, and it really started to work for them early on in that implementation. But you got to continue.
Yeah.
You can't leave guys open in the corner. You can't leave Lesman open ever anywhere. Yeah. And you know what? If you're Viator, you just got to make sure that Notre Dame has no passing lanes. They got great passion on this team. Sales, D'Amico, Lesman, Murphy, Lynch, Bergstrom, anyone I can mention on this team can pass the ball very well, can look for the passing lanes very well as well. So, honestly, if you're Viator, close the passing lanes, shut down the rotation of the ball, and you can have a good job on defense.
We've seen a variety of look from Viator. I mean, they began the day on man-to-man defense. They were very aggressive on the perimeter, which allowed Notre Dame to cut to the paint and score their first 13 points, or 14 points from the paint. And then they switched to a 2-3, but then the Dons started getting hot from three, so they got to switch that again. So the Dons very effective in the variety of scoring they've displayed thus far. As Viator is swinging the ball around. Great defense by Notre Dame. Harrington, contested shot over Bergstrom will not go. Sales comes down with a rebound, and he'll start the play. Tipped by Cochera, and it'll be batted out of bounds by Lesman. 39-21 is a platoon change here for the Dons. Ross, Williams, and Lynch all check in. Sales, Murphy, and Bergstrom will take a seat. We'll take a breather. 3:50 left in the third. Dons are up 18 as Compagno will bring up the ball. Harrington with the ball in the corner. Guarded by D'Amico. Number 23, Dominic McCavet draws the foul there. I thought Lynch got all ball there, but I guess the foul was on D'Amico. McCavet will go to the line for two. Down 18 are the Lions. 3:32 left in the third. Oh, I'm reading the wrong thing. That's my apologies. That's a sophomore team. Patrick Schumacher. My bad.
There you go.
I got the paper flipped around.
You know what? Honest mistake right there.
It is an honest mistake.
The sophomore team had a pretty good game, though. They were holding
phenomenal game.
They were holding Notre Dame pretty close, and
yeah,
you know, it went home to the wire, but Notre Dame pulled out the win in the end.
Yep. As Schumacher made his first and misses the second. Rebound by Lesman. And Lesman always looking to push the pace, but he has to slow it down here. Looking for Lynch. He'll give it back to Williams, over to Lesman. Good tip by Compagno. Probably stopped a Lesman free there. As D'Amico is going to get double teamed to the corner. Moving around with the ball. He's going to scissor in and out. Gives it to Ross. He had to get up there. Stopped his momentum towards the basket. Lesman now, as they're swinging the ball around. D'Amico cuts it to Lynch, who gives it to Ross. Great ball movement by the Dons. D'Amico for three. Yes, sir! As they wreck.
What did I say about St. Viator needed to stop these passing lanes?
Yeah.
I think I saw 10-plus passes right there from Notre Dame before D'Amico took that three. And you know what? With that much passes, it gets the defense flustered, out of place, and gives open shots.
Cochera drives to the lane, will not go. a foul on the ground. As you know what we're seeing here, that as the Dons get the ball into the corner, a double team is coming from Viator. They're trying to be aggressive, cause turnovers here, but the phenomenal ball movement by the Dons in that possession completely broke that down. They were able to get a three from D'Amico. As Campagna here will try to get the Viator offense going. Cochera left wide open, misses it, as Lynch comes down with the rebound.
Those are the kind of shots you got to make. If you're
Gotta
Viator
make those.
being down by 20, you got to make those shots.
Lesman, my goodness. Oh, that would have been electric if he made that three, but you got to miss at some point.
He was a good 2-3 steps behind the three-point line, too, with that shot.
We saw Sales make one earlier from around that distance. I believe it was the first three of the game, which got the Dons going. Campagna guarded by D'Amico. Harrington now guarded by Ross. As Schumacher has the ball, dump it into Cochera, who's double-teamed in the post. Harrington to Campagna, who makes the three. That's a good shot made by Campagna, makes it 25-42. 17-point lead for the Dons with 1:50 left in the third. Ross over to Lesman. And they're taking their time here, swinging the ball around, not really getting into their sets just yet, as a holding foul was called on Harrington in the post on D'Amico.
That's Viator's fourth foul so far in the third quarter. You don't want to get into foul trouble late against Notre Dame, or ever against Notre Dame for that matter. So it's going to be dangerous if Viator continues to foul at the rate they've been going so far.
Quick shout out to my abuela, to my grandma. I was just told that I had to do that. I hope she's watching.
You always got to shout out the grandma.
Yeah, always. 140 left in the third. Got some hops up there by
Put
Sales.
a receiver next year for football.
Yeah. As Sales has the ball, like we said before, they're taking their time. They're not getting into their sets right away. A little weave there as Murphy brings the ball back out. Bergstrom now has it, gives it over to Williams. Tip pass, and D'Amico, very good move by D'Amico, lets it go out. 1:19 left in the third.
Notre Dame had nothing in that possession, so it's nice to reset and really allow your offense to really set up how they want to and get some chances.
Well, they're getting their sets a little slower, which might benefit Viator a bit more, as a picked off pass by Cochera. He's being chased down by Murphy. Murphy smart not to foul there, tried to disrupt the momentum of Cochera, couldn't do it. 42-27 is the score after a pickpocket and 2-point steal by the Lions. Murphy over to Williams. Williams to Bergstrom in the corner, guarded by Cochera. Looking to get D'Amico in the post here thus far. D'Amico over to Williams, over to Murphy. As D'Amico gets the ball again, mid-range shot by D'Amico, fouled, as he'll go to the stripe for two. 40 seconds left. Dons are up 15.
Now, one thing if you're Notre Dame here, you can't slow down.
No.
Your offense has been kind of stagnant as late, but you know what? We saw Fenwick come back there on like a 12, 13-point run in the fourth quarter. Viator has the same exact potential as Fenwick has. You know what? You have a 15-point lead.
Yeah.
D'Amico can make his free throws here and make it a 16-point lead. 16 points can still be come back for him.
No, I mean, that's a very, very true. And I think that they are getting into their sets a little slower. They're trying to milk the clock, but I think that it does not benefit them. Notre Dame is best when they get into their sets quickly and they get open shots right away and they put them up. They're not necessarily, they're a running gun team, but they know how to go through quick sets in the offensive zone. And when they take their time and try to milk the clock, right, and their tendencies are to not take good shots, but be stalled up in the offensive zone. I mean, you see it a little right now. We saw it on Tuesday against Fenwick in the third quarter. We saw that they kind of slowed up a little bit on the offensive zone when they were trying to milk the clock.
And when you got talents like Notre Dame has, use your athleticism and your speed to your advantage. When you start to slow down, yes, it's nice to, get back momentum sometimes. But you know what? Push the pace if you're Notre Dame.
Exactly.
Most other teams in the conference and inside the state cannot keep up with the speed that you have on your team. So really push the ball, like you said. Push the ball, get out your sets quick, and move the ball like you can and get open shots.
And the strategy here is to the fact that that's the best way for them to score points, pushing the pace like we said, but they don't need to score points. You always, when you begin the game, point of the game is score, right? But right now they don't necessarily, they're not desperate for points like Viator is.
I know this phrase gets switched up a lot, and you know what? I'm going to say it a different way. Sometimes the best defense is offense.
Yes.
And you know what? When Viator doesn't have the ball, they can't score. That's the nature of the game.
Yeah.
So if you control the ball and you're the good points more than Viator does, you win the game. That's just how it's played.
And the thing is, too, though, is the fact that their faster style of play allows, can cause some more turnovers, right? And I think that when you slow down, you may not score as much, but you're not giving the ball right back to Viator. You're not giving them free possessions, which is the key to this game right now when you're up by 17.
Exactly.
You can't allow Viator to keep having more possessions and able to score. As Viator will drive the paint. Rebound by, I believe it was Harrington. Campagna misses the three. A foul on number 2, which was, is there even a number?
Owen Hickey.
I was looking at the sophomore roster again. I keep doing that. Owen Hickey with the foul there. Downs ball up 17, 12 seconds left in the third. You got to think that they're going to hold it for the last shot here.
I cannot see them trying to do anything else because, in my opinion, that would just not be the smartest play to do.
Yeah, I mean, common sense as Sales drives the paint, just misses. Murphy gets his own rebound. Oh! Now, he put it up, but he might have gotten hit a little bit on that attempt. No foul called as it's 44 to 27 to end the third, going into the fourth, and we'll be back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the start of the fourth quarter. Ryan Nelson and Matt McMaster back once again as Viator will inbound it here to Michael Campagna. Viator down 17. They need to get some points, and they need to get them quickly. As Owen Hickey, I believe, moves it down low. Campagna has the ball, cuts in the middle, tip pass by D'Amico. And a great steal by Troy D'Amico here as he'll push the pace himself. Over to Sales. Sales guarded by Campagna, over to Murphy. And like we said before, they're taking their time to get into their sets. They want to milk a little time off this clock here as Bergstrom over to Lesman. Lesman, yes sir! King me!
Perfect possession by
goodness.
the Dons. You know what? They milked the clock as well, but they were still quick when they needed to.
Yeah.
And that freed up Lesman for a wide open three, and he just doesn't miss those.
King Louis Lesman cannot be stopped right now, as he is putting on a show thus far from the perimeter and the inside. His 2 points were scored there by Viator. 47-29 is the score. Sales looking for instruction here on what set they want to run. Over to Lesman, who's guarded by Cochera. They dump it into the post to D'Amico. D'Amico backs in, looking for Murphy. Murphy fakes the shot. He'll give it to D'Amico. Yes, sir! Wow! A great fake by Murphy. Goes into the lane, dumps it off to D'Amico for a great slam. It is electric here at Notre Dame.
There are times when I'm sitting here, I'm announcing, and I want to just yell and scream because that's what the student section does to you. If you're on the floor and these guys are cheering for you, there's no way you can't feel energized.
Oh, a bit of That was a
I couldn't even tell
it
you.
was a big reaction from Cochera, which seemed to be a tap on the face from Sales. As it's I don't know what you call it. Is there such thing as poking the guy in the eye? I don't know what you would call that. They had a hand signal for it.
Yeah.
As Campagna to inbound the ball here. Campagna gets the ball back, looking for Cochera, who comes off a screen, and he is. That was another questionable call there on Sales. Cochera might be a future juggler. We'll just put it at that. Is he? I don't think anyone outside of Notre Dame would understand what a juggler
I don't believe
is.
so.
Be a good actor is what I'm trying to say. Is Campagna dumps it inside to Harrington, blocked by D'Amico. It seemed like an open shot for Harrington, and D'Amico closed the door on him. As Viator now slowing down Harrington once again, guarded by D'Amico. Cochera guarded by Bergstrom. Puts it over Bergstrom. No good. Bergstrom will get out-rebounded by Cochera there as he'll return the favor with a rebound over Cochera and a foul on 11. A pushing foul. Great effort by Jason Bergstrom there.
I believe they were warning Cochera that this is his fourth foul.
I think it is.
I couldn't clarify for sure, but that'd be dangerous because he's been the guy who, he's been hot and cold, but when he's hot, he is on. And he's been putting some points in for Viator. And
he isn't the primary ball handler. I would say Harrington and Campagna are, but when they run their sets, they're always looking for number 11 in blue here. As Bergstrom, they're in the bonus, so he'll get a one-on-one opportunity here. I believe this might be Bergstrom's first points of the game if he makes it. Yes, he does. 50-29 with 5:44 left to go in the fourth. Bergstrom playing a great defensive game thus far. Has finally gotten into the score sheet. I think he has, right?
It'd be rare just because Notre Dame spreads their scoring out.
They really do.
You know what? Anyone could be scoring for the Notre Dame team. You just wouldn't know.
As Bergstrom makes both, which makes it a 51-29 game. Campagna drives against Murphy, makes it over him. 51-31 is the score as Murphy will bring the ball up as the Dons are taking their time.
Murphy, again, if you're the Dons, why not take your time?
Exactly. D'Amico swings it over to Murphy, who looked for Sales at the beginning, but it was covered. He throws it over to D'Amico once again. Little pitch and catch from D'Amico and Murphy as an errant pass by D'Amico causes a turnover as Campagna skips it over to Owen Hickey there. As Owen Hickey has the ball in the corner, guarded by D'Amico. Great block by Lesman against Cochera. He shut the door on him as Murphy will try for a corner three. No good. Bergstrom almost tips the ball in there. 4:40 left in the fourth. Sales guarding Campagna, who's trying to get Owen Hickey involved. He skipped it over to number 12. Cochera in the post, doubled over to Schumacher. Schumacher misses it. Rebound by D'Amico. Sales will bring the ball up. He's getting instruction from Coach Clancy.
When you look at Notre Dame, they have D'Amico, they have Lesman, they have Bergstrom down low.
Yeah.
There's really no one on Viator who can really contest them when it comes to that big man play.
35.
Michael, I was going to say, he's not on the court right now.
Not on the court right now.
And that's dangerous because that's a huge mismatch.
Well,
especially in the waning moments of the fourth quarter.
If you're Viator, you need, the easiest way to cut this lead is threes, right? So you need shooters on the court, and they gave up a little sizes. Bergstrom with the corner three, makes it. First three of the game, as he is 1 for 2 thus far from Bergstrom.
Now, my rationale for putting Hune back out there, you need to also defend so they don't get too many more points. Yeah. And you know what? From what I've seen so far tonight, no one on the Lions can guard these three guys.
Yeah. Well, you need a mix of not only just pure athleticism, you need a really good basketball IQ. These guys know how to pull the strings on defenders, and that's really for all 5 guys on the court for Notre Dame. We've seen Jimmy Murphy, who we don't talk about him enough, but
we really don't.
We saw him so many times because quick eyebrow fake, drives into the paint, and was able to open up the floor for everyone else, especially Lesman.
one thing I love about Murphy, his vision on the court is just impeccable.
It really is.
There's no one on this Don's team that can really, rival him for how good he is at finding the open man and getting him the ball.
And one there off the inbound from number 10, Owen McClellan. No, my bad. I keep doing that. Joshua.
Arogundande.
Thank you. As you know what, and the great thing here is that we just saw it, Mac Ross checks in for Jimmy Murphy. When you want great ball handling and vision, right, on the offensive end, Jimmy Murphy's the guy to go. But when you want great physicality on the defensive end, you put in Mac Ross, a great physical defender and point guard. And you see here as when Ross checks into the game, Sales is running the sets. When Murphy's in the game, he's running them. But, not to discredit Mac Ross. I mean, he's a phenomenal corner three-point shooter. He's made one earlier in the game.
Yes.
As Bergstrom has the ball, is guarded by Kuchera. D'Amico down to Lesman. Campagna playing aggressive defense against Anthony Sales. As a foul was called there on Kuchera.
I'm not sure how much I love this zone from Viator anymore because, look, with that player right there, Sales is down here in the corner closest to the camera. On the far side, you have Louis Lesman jumping up and down because he's so wide open.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
You can't.
Because one pass out and a throw over the top, Lesman's got a wide open
So,
too.
I mean, I think the strategy there is you have to cause steals, right? Steals
Yes.
means more possessions. But when you do that, you sacrifice open shots. And Notre Dame has done a phenomenal job of breaking those double teams and aggressive defenses. And that's allowed them to get open shots. Against a smaller team, if you're playing against a smaller team where you don't have guys who are all over 6'3", that might work, right? But when you have the wingspan and height that Lesman and D'Amico and Bergstrom all have, you easily just raise your hands up, let's break the press, you know?
Exactly.
So Sonny Williams checks into the game here along with Jake DeFranza.
23-point lead with under 3 minutes to play here. The St. Viator student section over here on our side has gotten progressively smaller as the night has gone on and Notre Dame's lead has increased.
DeFranza checks into the game today. First time for today. As Viator moving the ball around. Wow. Okay. That was a lot to commentate right there. I couldn't say.
Sometimes the best words are no words.
Sometimes. As I stepped on a wire here, we want to make sure that we're good. Last time I think I stepped on a wire, we didn't know about it, and it cut out in the fourth quarter audio, which was not fun. As number 12, Jake Pasco. Did he make the first?
He did.
He did make the first. We'll try his second, 56-34.
And that is officially all the starters from the Viator Lions out of the game.
Yep. And that's kind of, you want to get your guys in, but that's a bit of a white flag. It's
a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, 21-point lead, 2 minutes left. As the bullpen stating a fact that it's their school. Mac Ross swings it over to Lesman. I think Jake Pascal inadvertently stole that ball. Pasco. Harrington has the ball here, the only starter that's in the game. His number 12 will take another shot for Viator, and that will go through. As Clancy, frustrated, he wants to, you want to win this game by as many points as possible. It only looks better on the resume.
It does look better on the resume, and you know what? These are young guys who are playing out there right now. This is a good chance for them to get real experience in the game. And you know what? Sometimes you got to take a teaching moment and really get these guys to know what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. And, if you have the opportunity to coach them, why not coach them? That's at least my thoughts.
Exactly.
On, Clancy right here.
This is a great opportunity to get the guys involved. And a lot of these guys that are coming off the bench are going to have to fill key roles for next year. I mean, Jimmy Murphy will be leaving. I mean, he's a senior. I mean, we act like
Jason Bergstrom.
Jason Bergstrom, he's going to go and play D2 basketball out in Springfield, Illinois. Who else are we? Just those two, right? In terms of starters.
In terms of starters, yeah.
As Kyle Agnew was being hounded there by number 10 as Ross. As they want the starters back in here. Notre Dame wants to, like we were saying, it's all about the resume right now. And Clancy just doesn't think that the bench mob is doing their best right now. As you try to get them minutes, but you want to, it's all about the resume.
It's always a balance between how can I get these guys minutes and get them experience, and I need to win some games, get some good rankings and to get some good seedings when it comes to playoff time.
Yeah.
Deep three.
Yes, sir. And Clancy says, all right, starters, we don't need you. Go back. We're good. DeFranza bails the bench mob out. As Viator takes a timeout there.
And if you're DeFranza right there, you're sitting at the blue dot about a good 5, 6, 7 feet beyond the three-point arc, and you say, you know what? Easy, and just knocks it down. That's a statement right there. If you're Jake DeFranza saying, you know what, coach, I see those guys who are trying to come in, but I'm not going to let them come in. I'm going to make sure that these bench guys stay out on the court. 19-point lead for Notre Dame, almost under a minute play, 1 minute and 2 seconds in this fourth quarter. Both teams in the bonus with 8 fouls. It will be Viator ball after their timeout. As the Notre Dame cheerleaders throw some T-shirts to the awaiting bullpen.
I want a T-shirt.
Catching T-shirts seems to be my specialty off at college. I've caught at least 5 T-shirts at the Syracuse football and basketball games. So you know what?
No, we should get some parachutes like the UC.
The parachutes coming from the ceiling, and also just like the air guns.
Viator, number 32, drives in, blocked by Brian Pritt.
This student section loves Brian Pritt, so
yeah,
they're definitely going to get some chance going for him out there. Doesn't get much playing time, but when he does, he makes some statements.
He had a great game against Waukegan. He had about 16 points that game. DeFranza is a little mismatch there. Great defense by DeFranza. Tries to get down. Pritt again. Oh.
2 in a row.
Well, press defense here by Viator as they're hounding Kyle Agnew. He splits the defense. Sonny Williams has the ball. Gives it over to Agnew. 22 seconds left, and
the student section has started to sing.
You might want to get another 2 points here.
A 20-point, close to a 20-point victory over Viator would be a big statement. We keep saying statement, but a big message to send to anyone in the IHSA if you're Notre Dame here.
Especially the ESCC. I mean, it's been a little bit since the Dons have won their conference outright, and now a great game displayed by the Dons as they win by 17 here. That'll be it for us. Ryan, thank you for coming back. It was a pleasure announcing with you.
Matt, thanks for having me on, and I know that the media crew's in great hands with you guys.
Thank you. As the Dons pick up their 17th win of the season at home, I hope everyone has a good night. Drive home safe.